This morning I'm in a part of Exmoor which will forever be known as Lorna Doone country. At the heart of it is Doone Valley, also known as Badgery Valley. It is a magical, mystical place, and it makes for a lovely walk which I will be enjoying today. Well, I don't claim to know Exmoor well, but I did visit the area quite a lot when I lived in North Somerset. Whilst living in the town of Weston-super-Mare, it wasn't too far from Exmoor, so I decided to visit it quite regularly when I was living there. So today, I'm going to visit some of the key places that I can remember during my visits those years ago. The quiet hamlet of Malmsmead lies on the county boundary between Devon and Somerset. Situated in the Doone Valley, it has various links with R D Blackmore's classic novel, Lorna Doone. Malmsmead Bridge is a 17th century stone bridge which crosses Badgery Water on the road between Oare and Brendan. Badgery Water forms the boundary between Devon and Somerset, and the bridge is therefore shared between both counties. It has been scheduled as an ancient monument and is a Grade 2 listed building. Lorna Doone Farm, part of which dates from Saxon times, was, in the novel, the home of the ancestors of Nicholas Stowe, a church warden at Oare. The building now houses a gift shop. There is also the Lorna Doone Inn, which provides good food, cream teas, beers and a relaxed atmosphere. I enjoyed a soothing pot of tea in the inn before I started my walk. Well, now I'm just going to do a little walk, which takes me along part of Doone Valley. So the walk starts here in Malmsmead. Just behind Lorna Doone Farm, I turned left at the bend and followed the lane signposted to Doone Valley. Exmoor is a beautiful area of hilly open moorland. It is named after the River Exe, the source of which is situated in the centre of the area, 2 miles northwest of Simmonsbath. Exmoor was designated a national park in 1954, which includes the Brendan Hills, the East Lynn Valley, the Vale of Porlock, and 34 miles of the Bristol Channel coast. The highest point on Exmoor is Dunkery Beacon. At 1,703 feet, it is also the highest point in Somerset. The total area of the national park is 267.5 square miles, of which 71% is in Somerset and 29% in Devon. After a while I turned left to follow the footpath to Oare Church and crossed to the Somerset side of Badgery Water via a footbridge. My route took me through a campsite and past Cloud Farm on my right. I turned left onto a track just before an old red telephone box. Passing through a gate and up a grassy track, which gradually led me away from the valley, I looked back at the superb views towards Badgery Hill. There was a wonderfully airy feel up here as I passed through a gate and enjoyed great views over wooded Hollow Combe ahead. The path followed the left edge of the fields to meet a stock fence, soon passing through a 5-bar gate around the edge of a small combe. I followed the track as it curved slightly away from the combe and eventually began to drop downhill. Look at that, bloody beautiful. Well, I'm descending into Oare now. Oare is the very heart of Doone country, made famous in R D Blackmore's novel Lorna Doone. The novel is set in the 17th century during the turbulent years of Monmouth's rebellion and tells the story of a young farmer of Oare, John Ridd, who finds romance with the adopted daughter of a family of Exmoor outlaws, the Doones. The tale of the Doones is said to be culled from real Exmoor history, related to Blackmore by his uncle, who was for a time rector of Oare Church. The real-life Doones were said to be a band of Scottish outlaws, Stuart sympathisers who fled to Exmoor, where they preyed upon travellers from a hideout in the remote passes of Exmoor, beyond Badgery Water. This is the church where Lorna was allegedly shot by the villainous Carver Doone, while she stood at the altar to marry John Ridd. A placard indicates the most likely window used by Carver Doone to fire the shot that almost proved fatal to the novel's heroine, and a memorial to R D Blackmore is set into the wall of the church beside the south door. From Oare Church, I took the lane opposite and turned left through a gate down a bridle path, which would lead me back to Malmsmead. That was a lovely little walk. I really enjoyed that. Well, I'm back at Malmsmead now, so it's time for me to move on and see a little bit more of Exmoor. I travelled east, picking up the A39 as far as the top of Porlock Hill, from where I had spectacular views over the Bristol Channel and beyond. I followed the lane signposted to Exford and crossed the wonderful bleak moors of Exmoor. In the distance, I could see Exmoor's highest point, Dunkery Beacon, as I made my way on towards the next location I wanted to visit. Well, I've arrived in another of my personal favourite places in Exmoor. This is Tarr Steps. The Tarr Steps are a clapper bridge across the River Barle. They are located in a national nature reserve about 2.5 miles southeast of Withypool and 4 miles northwest of Dulverton. A typical clapper bridge construction, the bridge's listing assesses it as medieval in origin. The stone slabs weigh up to 2 tons each. The bridge is 180 feet long and has 17 spans. It has been designated by English Heritage as a Grade 1 listed building and scheduled ancient monument. According to local legend, the devil built the bridge and still has sunbathing rights on its stones. The myth says that the devil swore he would kill anyone who tried to cross his bridge. The terrified locals got the parson to face him. A cat was sent over the bridge but was vaporised in a puff of smoke. The parson then set off and met the devil midway. The devil swore and intimidated him, but the parson reciprocated equally, and finally the devil conceded to let people pass, except when he wants to sunbathe. Tarr Farm Inn nestles just above Tarr Steps and is set in 40 acres of grounds. It's very much a hot spot for country-loving folks and all the sports that go with it, and the menu definitely reflects this, including Devon red ruby beef, Exmoor lamb and local venison and game, plus fresh fish brought over the border from Cornwall. Well, Tarr Steps is still as beautiful as I remember it. It's been lovely revisiting this area. I don't think I've been here for about 20 years, so it's been nice coming back. Well, I've just got one more place to visit today. So I've reached my final destination on my day's tour in Exmoor. This is Dulverton. Generally known as the southern gateway to Exmoor, Dulverton is a bright and bustling little town, surrounded by steep wooded hills. The town lies on the River Barle, and the Exe converges with it a mile or so down the valley. The town is host to Exmoor House, the headquarters of the Exmoor National Park Authority. Mentioned in the Domesday Book, the town is close to Iron Age hill forts and a castle. With a proud history of serving generations of farming communities as a market town, Dulverton still has many quality independent shops, award-winning restaurants and pubs, tea rooms and attractions, including the Guildhall Heritage and Arts Centre, with different exhibitions throughout the year. In the Middle Ages, its importance grew as a centre for the wool trade, and its fresh water was used to wash fleeces. The National Park Information Centre is in the centre of the town, and shares premises with the local public library. Dulverton is a lively town, with many different activities in which visitors are welcome to join in, such as the annual carnival, folk festival and concerts. Sports include tennis, kayaking and mountain biking. Dulverton is overlooked by the Anglican Church of All Saints, built in the 15th century, of which only the tower from that time survives. The rest of the church was extensively restored between 1853 and 1855, when it was largely rebuilt by Edward Ashworth. It is a Grade II listed building. In 2012, the BBC radio programme Any Questions was broadcast from the church. I enjoyed my quick tour of Dulverton, an end to a really great day in the wonderful Exmoor.